I'd like to tell you about 5 people who have changed my life. They have helped me to develop new skills. They've helped me develop a greater understanding of myself. And they have helped me to believe in the most challenging of times.
My parents have been incarcerated for most of my life, and I've been deported to Mexico.
I'm used to people leaving me, either by passing away or by walking away.
I resented my mom for her drug use, for constantly not being around. Even when she was physically around, she wasn't mentally there. I resented how alone I felt. I resented that we lived in a homeless shelter.
I spent my life hiding in plain sight, that is. I was letting my insecurities and my anxiety rule over me.
I was angry about what alcoholism was doing to my family and how its effects made me feel useless and alone.
Just 5 of the 180,000 youth in the greater Phoenix area who have experienced multiple adverse childhood experiences, and they want to change the trajectory of their lives. Good morning. I'm Christy McClendon, and I have the honor of serving as the president and CEO of New Pathways for Youth. At New Pathways, we take great pride in developing evidence-based programs for Phoenix's most at-risk youth that are often forgotten by other agencies. But what is it that we mean by evidence-based? Well, we know that chemotherapy can reverse cancer. So most people who have a cancer diagnosis pursue a path of chemo. We know that vaccines can prevent certain diseases from occurring. So we vaccinate our children. At New Pathways, we know that mentoring can reverse the trauma of adversity and poverty. So we provide one-to-one mentoring, but not isolated mentoring that happens in a connected community with other mentors and other mentees, multiplying the impact to our young people. We train our mentors in long-term relationships, and we provide personal development, life skills, and college or career readiness workshops and retreats. A powerful 3-pronged approach to ending poverty. But how is it that we know that mentorship works? Well, the evidence comes in part from a report from the Center for Disease Control that looked at key interventions for youth having experienced trauma. The report identified the 9 most harmful traumatic experiences and environments for young people, from emotional abuse to substance abuse to sexual abuse. The CDC report went on to identify that the key thing that can reverse the trauma for these young people is a stable, caring relationship with a nurturing adult. The youth at New Pathways for Youth have experienced 4 of the CDC's 9 most traumatic experiences. If no intervention occurs, brain circuitry often does not develop properly. Our youth become at greater risk for social and health issues, from anxiety and depression to workforce issues to a shorter life expectancy. If no intervention occurs, the cycle continues and often worsens. I also know firsthand that mentoring works. My mother was bipolar and went untreated, and my father was an alcoholic who left long before I was born. I too longed and struggled as a young person, and had there not been a stable adult in my life, I would have been another statistic from rural Kentucky. So I know that the path to stand here before you today is not one that comes easy, and it is not one that can be done alone. Our mentors are helping our youth gain the life skills they need to get their feet under them, the confidence to know their strengths, and the support to know that they are not alone. Like Angelina, She and her mentor went through our 3-day intensive retreat and broke down the self-destructive thought patterns she held about herself to create a path of personal transformation. Angelina graduated high school this last year, the first in her family to do so. Or like Brianna. Brianna and her mentor have participated in 3 years of life skills and college career readiness curriculum. She will graduate high school this May with over 60 college credits. I could tell you countless stories of our young people and their success, but I'd rather you hear it from them.
I realized for the first time that I was not alone.
Every situation and every person has something to teach you if you really look for it. And it's our choice how we handle the situation.
But she stayed. No adult has ever done that for me.
Knowing Chip and all that she has been through hasn't just given me hope, it's become a necessary component to my survival.
I now know I am not useless, and I now know I am not alone.
95% of our youth graduate high school. Over 92% go on to post-secondary education and training, of which 75% will be the very first in their family to go to college. All of the youth who complete our program do so knowing that anything is possible. My friends, this is evidence. We have also experienced a very unintended outcome in our program. Our mentors' lives are changing too.
It's made me a better man. I believe it's made me a better father. It's made me a better friend.
Angelina filled a void in my life that I didn't even know was there.
This program and my mentee have helped to heal that crack in my soul.
My life was not nearly complete until Brianna came into it. Her bravery, her determination, her willingness to do what once scared her has given me a new perspective on life.
Now, you may have noticed that you heard from 5 youth, but just 4 mentors. That's because Michelle is my mentee. Michelle has experienced over 5 of the CDC's 9 most traumatic events. She graduated high school in May in the top 10% of her class. She is on full scholarship at the Arizona State University. My husband and I, we were the only ones who stepped up to celebrate her graduation. We were the ones who moved her into her dormitory last week. New Pathways is changing the lives of everyone it touches, and we would love for it to change yours too. There are tens of thousands of youth who have no one. So we are building capacity at New Pathways to scale and replicate our programs into more of Phoenix's highest risk neighborhoods and beyond. To reach those youth who go home to environments where there is no one. To reach those youth who have no one in the family section at graduation. And to reach those who are hiding in plain sight. We are building confident, young, driven, focused people. We are changing lives. We are changing lives of young people who go on to have their own families that are stable and healthy, where the cycle is broken. I so hope that you will join us, because it could be your life that is infinitely changed by the power and the worthiness of our young people. Thank you.